So hey guys, welcome to Topper Smith class 10 100%, and I am Siddharth today. I am Siddharth. So today I'm going to so hey guys, this is Topper Smith class 10 100%, and today we're going to learn about the part 3 of biology, life processes, transportation, and heart. We are going to learn today. So stay tuned till the end of the video. Don't miss out anything. This part is one of the main and important parts throughout of the chapter. Next, coming to transportation, the first part of it. Let me just take the highlighter. Yes. So the main transport system in the human beings is the circulatory system. You might have learned this in eighth or the seventh grade. Mainly consists of blood, arteries, veins, capillaries, and the heart, which is the main one. Let's talk about the first one, which is blood. This blood, it transports food, oxygen, and waste products throughout the body in the circulatory system. It it the food what we eat, that is food, and oxygen when we inhale through the respiratory system, it flows with the blood, the oxygen to all parts of the body, the oxygen, and the waste products is when after giving oxygen, it takes back the waste products of each cell. So that is including the waste products. The next, the blood consists of plasma, RBC, which is red blood cells, WBC, and platelets. These four things is the things which the blood consists of plasma, red blood cells, which is RBC, WBC, which is white blood cells, and the platelets. Plasma transports food, water, carbon dioxide, nitrogenous waste also. This is what the plasma does. Then the red blood cells transport oxygen. The white blood cells kill harmful bacteria, you know this, and microbes, and protects our body. The platelets help in clotting of blood. You might have learned this before. So this is all about blood, guys. The second one is arteries. The arteries carry pure blood without any waste products from the heart to all parts of the body. So basically, the main function of the arteries is it takes in it distributes the oxygenated blood to from the heart to all parts of the body, whereas the veins is carry impure blood. That means it basically means it takes deoxygenated blood from all parts of the body back to the heart. So that is veins. That the main difference between arteries and veins is that. Then coming to capillaries, they are very narrow blood vessels, which connect arteries, veins together. The exchange of food, water, um, carbon dioxide, etc. This is guys, capillaries is the border between arteries and veins. So the point where arteries and veins connect, the middle part is known as the capillaries. That's what it basically means. Next, guys, coming to the heart, which is one of the main ones. It is a musculated organ which pumps blood to all parts of the body. You guys know it. It has four chambers. The upper chambers is called as the atrium or the atria. The lower chambers are called as ventricles. Then the ventricles pump blood to different organs. Its walls are thicker than the atrium. Remember this, guys. The right and left chambers are separated by a septum, and it prevents the mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. The atrium and the ventricles have valves between them to prevent blood flowing backward. So, guys, this is it. This is the diagram. Yes, guys, now I'm going to explain you the process and the mechanism of the heart. So, I'll just first draw a box. Then this is yes, there are four chambers in the heart, as you guys know. This is the right atrium. This is the left atrium. Sorry, guys, this is A. Then this is the right ventricle. This is the left ventricle. So guys, this is the four chambers, and one more thing is there is a passage into here. Guys, this is this one. The path between the left atrium to the left ventricle is known as, let me just write it. Yeah, known as the dicuspid wall. I'm typing because I don't know how to draw and write with the mouse. So guys, this is the dicuspid wall, this one, and the one with the three lines here, the three one. This is known as the let me just draw it. This is the um, tricuspid wall. Yeah. So let me just place it here. This is known as the tricuspid wall. Um, these two, always remember, guys, the opening from the right atrium to the right ventricle is the tricuspid wall, and from the left atrium to the left ventricle is the dicuspid wall. Di and tri, three lines and two lines. Then coming to the flow of oxygen, let me just draw it. Guys, all if this is the lungs, let's just write this as lungs. There is a pathway. So the first thing, it comes to the left atrium. Let me just draw this. Yeah, it comes to the left atrium and then goes through the dicuspid wall and then to the left ventricle, then goes to all parts of the body. Let me just write organs here. Yes, to all parts of the body. Yeah, so then here it goes and it enters the right atrium, and from the right atrium through the tricuspid valve it goes to the right ventricle. Then coming from here it goes to the lungs, back to the lungs. So guys, this is the process. Let me just draw it. Yeah, so this is the process, the main process, guys. Now the main what flows in it is, let us just make a partition down here, just a partition. Guys, always this part, this part of the of this diagram always carry oxygenated blood. So the main mechanism is after you breathe in from your lungs, oxygenated blood come and through the and comes to the left atrium, and from the left ventricle it goes to all parts of the body, um, carrying oxygenated blood. Remember, always oxygenated blood. But whereas after it gives to the organs, when I say organs, it mainly means the cells. So it goes to all the cells and comes out and as deoxygenated blood carrying carbon dioxide and many more others. And then goes to the right atrium, then to the right ventricle, and back to the lungs where we exhale out the unwanted gas. So that is the, let me just write here, deoxygenated blood here, deoxy. So this part is totally made of deoxygenated blood, and this part is oxygenated blood. So now these things, the pathways here, this guys is known as the, let me just write it. This is known as the um, pulmonary vein. So guys, this is known as the pulmonary vein, which carries the oxygenated blood from the lungs to the left atrium. You guys might be wondering, veins don't take oxygenated blood, but guys, yes, you are correct, but this is an exception. So this is the only vein. A question might come saying, which is the only vein which carries oxygenated blood? You should answer as the pulmonary vein. If my spellings aren't right, please excuse me. So this is pulmonary vein. This whole part is known as the pulmonary vein. Then coming here, um, this part, this pathway is known as the Yes, this is known as the aorta. Aorta, basically, it's known as the aorta. This is known as the aorta. Guys, this carries oxygenated blood from the left ventricle to all parts of the body, basically to the cells. And this one here, this one is known as the, let me just write it. It is known as the vena cava. It is known as the vena cava, and this carries deoxygenated blood. Always remember deoxygenated blood from all the cells to the right atrium. So, guys, the last one, which is this pathway, which carries deoxygenated blood from the right ventricle to the lungs, is known as the pulmonary artery. Guys, again, sorry for the mistake. Yeah. So again, this is an exception, guys, because you guys all know all arteries always carry deoxygenated blood. I mean, oxygenated blood, but this is the only exception where it carries deoxygenated blood from the right ventricle to the lungs. So th this is it, guys. These are the main you know the labeling which you guys need to know. This is the pulmonary vein. So the process is first from the lungs you get oxygenated blood through the pulmonary vein. It goes into the left atrium, and from the left atrium through the dicuspid wall it goes to the left ventricle, and going through the aorta it goes to all parts of the body in all cells. Then after that, from each cell it takes in deoxygenated blood and comes in to the vena cava. Uh, then coming through the vena cava, it comes through the right atrium and through the tricuspid valve. It enters the right ventricle and goes down and goes back to the lungs through the pulmonary artery. So this is it, guys. This is the main process. If you guys remember this, it's more than enough. If you guys want to draw the diagram, always I prefer you to ask your teacher because each school has their different own diagrams. You ask your teacher and ask them what needs to be drawn, how it needs to be drawn. But the all the the labeling is the same. Always remember this is the process. This makes you understand clearly. So guys, this is just the diagram. If you want to take a screenshot, just pause the video and um, just look through it and or take a screenshot of it. This is the actual diagram and this is the mechanism of, as I told you, this is the um, legs and yeah, the pulmonary artery and all these things. This is the complex one, but what I explained is a simple one and what is needed for you in 10th grade. Next one is guys, again it's just the text. If you guys want to take a screenshot, please take it. I'll just explain it. And the left atrium relaxes oxygenated blood from the lungs, flows into the pulmonary vein, as I told you. And when it contracts, the left ventricle expands and the blood flows into it. The left ventricle contracts and the oxygenated blood is pumped out through the aorta, or also called as the aorta, and to all parts of the body. Then, after circulating to all parts of the body, the deoxygenated blood enters the right atrium through the vena cava. Then, the right atrium contracts, then the right ventricle contracts, and the blood is pumped through the lungs with the pulmonary artery. Since blood flows through the heart twice in one cycle, it is called as the double circulation. Humans have double circulation, guys. Always remember. And coming to lymph, guys, is a colorless fluid present in the intercellular spaces. Um, it is formed from the plasma, which escapes from the capillaries. Limbs drain into lymphatic capillaries, which form lymph vessels and join into large veins. And also, lymph transports digested fats and drains excess fluids from the intercellular spaces back into the blood. It also contains lymphocytes, which kill the germs and protects the body from it. Guys, I think that yes, the next one is uh, transportation in plants. In plants, transportation of materials like food, water, and minerals, uh, takes place through conducting tissues conducting tissues like xylem and the phloem. The xylem transports water and the minerals from the um, yes, the xylem transports water and minerals from the roots to all parts of the plant, as you know. It consists of xylem vessels and tracheids. The water and the minerals enter the roots by diffusion. You guys know what is diffusion. Then, due to transpiration, the suction force helps the upward movement of water and minerals. Because transpiration, as you know, is the evaporation of water. So, the suction force of water, so it's extracting from above, helps in the upward movement of water and minerals. So this is the diagram. Then coming to phloem transports food. You guys might have learned this in ninth grade. It transports food from the leaves to other parts of the plant. The process is known as translocation. The phloem consists of sieve tubes, companion cells. You have learned this. And food from the leaves is then transferred to the xylem by energy of ATP molecules. ATP is adenosine triphosphate. Due to osmotic pressure, water enters the phloem and then helps in the transport of food. So that's it, guys, for today. Today we learned about transportation and about the heart, transportation in plants and human beings, and about the heart and the complex diagram and the process and the mechanism of the heart we have learned today. The last session, the next session, which is the last one, will be about excretion, which we will learn about kidneys and transplantation, etc. So till then, please subscribe, share, and like this video. Till then, thank you. Bye bye.